weird, chill, actually like podcast sounding episode. You know that, right?
Yeah. I know exactly. Oh, I better turn off the fan. Okay, Google, turn off the family room. We should probably sync up too. So how about in 3, 2, 1. Siskel to my Ebert.
51 seconds.
Okay. 51 seconds. I was about to write my time down or ask somebody else for a time, but there's no need for any of that. This is gonna be the easiest podcast to edit, by the way. Welcome everybody who's probably expecting more than just us, but hey, we're here.
It's just us.
Just us tonight. Well, Lucas, I'm going to start the music if you're ready for that, and yeah, and I'm ready. Pass it to you. Here we go.
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
I have a secret other show that I do with Steve that I don't tell Eugene and Justin about. Go check it out at Spreaker.com/user/hypervoice-podcast.
We put the donkey in Donkey Kong. Infendo Radio is on now.
Shameless plug for a show I haven't recorded in like 2 months, but you know.
Oh, was unaware of. Might have picked the different bumper, but now you're motivated now, Steve. I hope you're listening.
Good. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Infendo Radio episode 602. My name is Lucas, as you hopefully are aware of if you're listening to this. I am joined by one very wonderful co-host tonight. His name is Eugene Allen. Eugene, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. It is another Thursday evening in New Mexico. I'm sitting with my bro. You can find me on infendo.com. You actually can find me there these days. We'll talk about that here in a minute. Yeah. I want to ask Lucas, though, how have you been doing? Because that's an important question to ask.
God, Eugene, I am doing so good. Thank you so much for asking. Much better than our co-host Justin, who is currently sitting in a house with no electricity, which is why he's not here with us tonight. But no, I'm doing really good. I just published a new episode of whatever my YouTube channel is to my YouTube channel today, actually, that I would love for people to go check out. It's called Fight Crab. My YouTube channel is LUKASPEACE. Look me up, click that video, watch the video, give me a like, give me a comment, give me a subscription. But more than that, go to infendo.com because, guys, Eugene and I have both been writing, which is something we did in the before 4 times when we actually cared about like life and stuff. And apparently we do again because here we are, making it happen. Eugene has been writing a lot. Eugene's had
there's a lot of content. I don't know if there's a lot of words in that content, but yeah, there's some posts.
You take the W, man. I just published something today about Metroid Dread. I learned a lot of information about that game.
See,
you should learn too.
That's why I just finished reading it on my phone when I was upstairs, actually, and I was like, wow, no, he put some effort into this. And I have some questions and stuff in mind, but no, Lucas went the extra mile, so bravo.
Well, bravo to both of us. So yeah, go check out Infendo.com and tell us how much you love us. We're here tonight to talk about things, specifically one really big thing, I guess, right? And that's going to be, I think, kind of the beginning of our whole show here. So let's just dive right into it. The Switch Pro kind of, sort of, not really, sort of got announced and revealed to us last week. And it's not what anybody was expecting, I don't think. Maybe we predicted it at one point, but I don't think any of us really saw this coming. It is the Nintendo Switch parentheses OLED model,
right?
End parentheses, and that's the entire name. It's a Switch with a slightly bigger, slightly better screen, and that's it. It has the same battery life as a regular Switch, although Justin has pointed out in private chat that supposedly the OLED screen is actually going to burn less battery power. So unless the battery is suckier on this system, supposedly maybe it'll be a little bit better, but they're saying it's going to be the same, like 4.5 to 6 hour charge that you can expect from a regular Switch, which my Switch has never lasted 4.5 hours. Let's be real. It's got white Joy-Cons, which look very nice. I want those. Like I said, the screen is just a hair bigger, so that's kind of fancy, I guess. They have confirmed that it's going to work with all games, although as Steve pointed out in our private chat, you guys remember Steve, great dude, hangs out with us. As Steve pointed out, there is Labo stuff that probably won't fit with it because the screen is larger. So, Eugene, it's just us tonight, man. We kind of got to vamp about this stuff. What do you think? Are you at all interested? Are you curious? Are you excited?
I was listening in on our chat, and it looked like most of the crew was pretty down on this. I'm up on it. I might be getting stones thrown at me, but I'm definitely getting
on picking it up. Oh yeah, you're gonna pick it up. Are you gonna replace your old Switch, or are you just gonna get a new Switch?
I'm just gonna get a new Switch. The reason I'm gonna get it is maybe different from why a lot of people would, but I have. I'm just gonna hack my old Switch because you can hack.
Okay, so you're describing my fantasy right now, and it hurts to see another man living out your dreams. But yeah, if I were going to get this, the reason I would get this is so I could finally have an excuse to hack my old Switch and put like Smash Bros mods on it and stuff. Right. Like, yeah, I really want that. So
yeah, no, that's why I'm gonna do it, especially because the old model Switch, like the one that I have, is the one that is hackable, right? So that's why, I'm gonna do that. I know Nintendo's probably gonna like ban me from all their conventions at this point, but I don't care. That's what I plan on doing. And plus, honestly, for me, it is a welcome upgrade. I have the older Switch so my battery life is like 3 hours, so I never upgraded like Switch like Steve did mid-cycle with the, what is the term for, I think they call it like the Switch Red box or something like that is what the new model, so I don't know, but in any case, I don't have that one. I know Steve does. It's going to be a good upgrade, I feel.
Pretty sure I'm running the old Switch too, because I got my Switch like 2 months after they came out or something like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so Steve has the upgraded battery model Switch. I know that me, you, and Justin have the older one, so like, yeah, for me, it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so neutral on this. When it came out and when it got revealed, the thing that I actually thought, my first thought was, oh, this is fantastic. Now I don't have to buy a new Switch, right? We just got Dad a Switch for Father's Day. I've been using my same Switch with the duct tape on the back forever, So honestly, I'm really happy with the news, because my biggest fear, as I've said hundreds of times on the show, was that they were going to announce a new Switch. It was going to be this big, new 3DS situation. And there was going to be a Xenoblade that I really wanted that I couldn't play on it, and I'd have to upgrade, and I didn't really want to make that jump if I didn't have to. And now I don't have to, probably for a couple more years at least. So that's exciting. I mean, maybe for a couple more years, how Nintendo does this stuff, but yeah. Well, that's the big news, I guess. There is some stuff I wanted to talk about, though, because last week we had a little conversation about Kazuya, who got released, and you were the only one who had tried Kazuya. I have been playing a lot of Smash Brothers, my Smash Brother, and I would like to have a conversation with you about that. I don't know if you've played anymore, if you've had a chance to try him out, but
I was playing actually a little pre-show, so not pre-show with you, but like before the show by myself.
Gotcha.
So I have a story to tell about my Switch and my Smash Brothers save. So I don't know if it was me or I don't know if it was my son, but my World of Light save is gone. So
that hurts.
But that's okay. Like, no big deal. Whatever. It's not a huge loss because I still have all like my characters unlocked, so none of that like got erased. But yeah, that's still like I want to go back and unlock all that stuff. So the cool thing is though that if you have DLC characters, you don't have to unlock them or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically I can, just choose Kazuya and play through the entirety of World of Light with that one. So that's kind of what I've been doing.
Nice. Well, yeah, I tried him out for story mode, kind of like you said, the obligatory, like let's do it and see what happens. Eugene, pause for me for a second, would you?
Yes.
Thank you. Audacity just crashed.
Oh, well.
Yeah, Audacity just crashed-ed. So I'm going to export this 10-minute file, and then I will start a new one. I think that's the best way to handle this.
Well, it's better that you caught it, I suppose, than not.
So, yeah, it literally just said something about not being able to write to my C drive or something, and it's dead. So, but it died at like the 10-minute mark, so we didn't lose anything. But
hi, Andy.
Hi, Andy. Chat. Remember when we said at the beginning of this is going to be so easy to edit because it's just the two of us? It'll be a breeze. No problems at all. Everything's going to be fine. Unable to export. Wow, okay. Hello and welcome to the live version of Infendo Radio. We will be right with you.
Yeah, we're not going to a break screen, though. You just get to see this all happen as it happens.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
They expect it. Let's try this again. It seems to be recording. Cool. Do you want me to sync up with you?
Let's sync up.
Hang on. Hang on. Yeah, Audacity failed to write. Perhaps C is not writable or the disk is full. Let's check my C drive. Let's see.
We might just be using Lucas's backup audio if that
is my C drive like full. Is that what's happening here? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Oh my God, it is full. Ouch, that's painful.
Gotta delete some shit so you can write this podcast in your hard drive.
I mean, I'm deleting like live on the show. What do I delete?
You gotta delete all the bullshit that's on your desktop.
Get rid of it all, cause you know you don't need it. I'm gonna delete it.
Just check it once before you do, so is it cause it ain't coming back.
Empty the recycling bin and see if that makes a difference. That's 13 gigs. That should be enough for tonight, I think. Let's
13 gigs on your desktop. That's pretty crazy.
I save a lot of files. Okay, I have 13 free gigs. That should be enough for a recording. I'm really sorry that this happened, Eugene.
That's okay. I think our 2 live listeners are kind of enjoying this, so they can.
Excellent. I'm really glad that Steve and Justin aren't here for this episode, or this would be like just me getting the business. Okay, so I just deleted like
Hold on, let me put on my Justin hat. Jeez, let me go make a sandwich while Lucas is getting ready.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, we love you, Justin. We know you're going to listen to this. Okay, well, yeah, like I said, in song form, I'm sure 13 gigs will be enough for an Audacity recording, so I think we're good. But well, that has never happened to me before, ever. In the history of my computer ownage, I've never run out of space.
I was going to say, gosh, maybe you got to do it like a defrag, but no, it's just like Andy said, you got to clear out the fridge. Yeah,
it's all those recordings, man. Okay, well, let's...
Sync up?
Sync up, I guess. Yeah.
In 1, 2, 3.
Ay. Pretty much 1 minute on the dot.
I'll take it.
So I will try to export the first bit of this file. You know, I think I'll be able to export it now that I have memory. But we'll do that after the show's over. We'll see what happens. And I guess if we have to use the backup for the first bit, then we just,
no, that's fine. We'll figure it out.
Coolsies. I don't even remember what we were talking. Oh, I remember what I was saying. Okay, let's just act like that never happened. Live chat, it's your secret. Don't let anybody don't let anybody know that this happened, okay? Or I will find you and I will hurt you. So yeah, I've been playing. I can't do this, man. Oh God, use it if you're gonna use. I screwed up. I didn't have any memory. It happened. I've been playing as Kazuya in story mode. I cleared that. I made a whole thing happen. It was fantastic. I played him on like easy difficulty because I don't like playing as Kazuya. What I like is fighting against Kazuya. So
he's hard.
Have
oh
you
my
seen
God.
the stuff online about how
Yeah.
ridiculous his CPU is? Yeah. So I have been using him as like a boss in Smash Bros. Now. Like I'll do a bunch of fights, then I'll go up against Kazuya, and it'll be okay. Here we go, man. Can we pull this off? I did find his weakness, however. He sucks against people like Samus, who can just like spam projectiles.
I actually noticed that because Samus is one of my mains. So yeah, that's kind of, Kazuya's crutch.
But dude, he can just grab you and backflip you. The whole screen zooms in, and then you're just dead from like 20% to just death.
It's crazy.
So like, yeah, and I play with percents off, so I have no idea how much damage I've taken before he backflips me. But it's just
I can't wait in 10 years when the amiibo comes out, so I can train that amiibo so he's unstoppable.
Geez. So we've had this conversation 1,000 times, but since we're talking Smash Bros, who do you think the last fighter is going to be? Why is there a 6th fighter in this DLC pack? What is it?
I really don't know. They've thrown me for a loop every single time. The only one that I guess Steve mainly has come close to is Steve, right? Because I think somebody predicted Minecraft Steve from this pack, but all the other ones have been pretty much wild cards, so I just don't know.
I'm kind of salty about the DLC characters too, because I was hoping to like really be excited for them, but there's been like 1 or 2 in each pack that I've really like. Banjo and Kazooie, super excited for. Joker, I was not expecting at all, but I fell in love with him. I fell in love with the Persona series, and Sephiroth. Like I didn't see it coming, but it makes so much sense, and he just feels like such a Smash Bros character. But then you've had like the ones that just feel like marketing, like Kazuya's cool, but it feels very much like, hey, look, they gave us, Namco gave us the last few Smash Bros. We're throwing you a bone kind of thing, right? Terry from Fatal Frame or whatever that series is, that was one. Minecraft Steve, I don't know. It feels like very businessy. It feels very corporate and very dirty. And I really want the last fighter to be like, whoa, it's Waluigi, or whoa, it's Gino, or if it's Fortnite, I'm gonna be
Fortnite.
I've been hearing people online who've been like, it's gonna be Fortnite because there's a big collaboration in the works. I'm just like, please, God, no, like what a way to go out.
Just like generic Fortnite guy and gal.
Fortnite. Yeah, I just want it to be somebody good,
Oh no, you're giving me bad vibes about this next character now.
I'm so scared, man. And then it's all over, and maybe forever, because like I've said, how are they ever gonna do another Smash Bros, right? They're gonna like up-res this one and put it on the Switch too, but like how are they ever going to get all of these characters back? I don't know, man. It feels so final. Like I'm terrified. Sure. So yeah. Anyway, Kazuya, he's cool. I enjoy fighting him. So it'd be fun to fight you sometime, but that requires us actually,
linking up, right? No, I would be down. I think I'd be terrible with Kazuya though, because I've been the one time I went online, I got smoked, so I retreated back to single player.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's pretty much what I do, is just kind of, just run around in single player and fight Kazuya at level 9. That's how I spent the last 20 hours.
How do you feel about his moveset?
He's interesting. So when you're fighting against him, he doesn't feel like a Smash character at all. When you're battling him, he feels really out of place, right? He grabs you, the screen zooms in, he does the Ryu thing where he's always facing in your direction and stuff. When you're playing as him in Smash Bros, he just feels like another Smash Bros character, which is probably a good thing, right? Like, I mean, he's got the charge attack, he's got the basic attacks, he's got the specials, he's got all those other, like, tilt and down B and that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
like I
the things that make the screen zoom in.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I dabbled a little bit, but like I said, I did story mode on like easy mode just to churn my way through it, and that was that. Now Sephiroth, when he came out, I pumped it up to like 9.0, and I set like my new best record because he's just so amazing. But there's just characters that I really like and characters that are kind of like, but I'm happy that Kazuya's in the game. I didn't expect to say that.
I'll say that this one definitely didn't you know, like I wasn't like so excited for it, but I'm always excited to, you know, that I'm always excited to like learn the new movesets for the new fighters. And this
I'm always
one,
excited to hear you learn about the movesets.
and this character definitely didn't disappoint because I'm still learning it. You know, it's such a complex character that I don't know that I'll ever. I don't know that I could say that I've mastered any of the characters, but I think at least with every fighter, I can pick it up and, you know, be decent, you know?
The best I ever got in Smash Bros. Was Smash 4, which is my least favorite Smash Bros. It's the Smash Bros. That I just like pretend didn't exist because it gave us so little, I felt like. But the Smash character that I got the best with back then was Bayonetta. Like, she worked, you know, she worked really well for me. And they nerfed her a little bit in this game. She's still good, but I've really kind of moved on to like the Joker pit, you know, that whole thing. Sephiroth is just pick up and play. Sephiroth is that kind of character that, you know, you start playing as him and it's just you kill it as him. At least that's how it seems to be. But yeah, no, I don't know. I'll be curious to see what happens, and I'll be curious to see what the next game is like, because you know they're going to want to keep making them, but I just don't know how. You know, it's like people talk about Pokemon being like a series that's on the verge of death because it's like you just keep adding Pokemon, but like, what are you going to do for Smash Bros? You know, like, how do you fix this problem you've created in making what is basically like the greatest game of all time? Like, how do you top it, you know? So all right.
Yeah,
well,
I kind of agree. Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do with, like, you know, they already said there's no more DLC, so like I guess this is it. But like, what do you do in the future? You know, if there even is a future. He said that he's done. You know, so like.
Yeah, but he said that he's done like 5 other times. I don't believe it anymore. You know. But yeah, no, I don't know. Like, I see the next system having, you know, like Smash Ultimate DX, and maybe they add 2 new characters, you know, like Mario Kart style, you know, like what they did with that game. But I just don't know, man. I don't know what the future is going to hold for this series. I imagine if we get a new Smash Bros, we're not going to get a new Smash Bros for like 5 years. Sure. I'd like to be wrong, but you know.
I definitely don't think we're getting another Smash on this generation of consoles. Whatever.
Definitely not.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem like that would be a thing.
I'm just not even sure we're gonna get one on the next, is what I'm saying. Like, I think it will probably get like an up-res version, but who knows? Right. Well, with that, we will be right back with the games we've been playing, other than Smash Bros. Obviously.
Right.
We'll see ya.
Okay, let me find the next track. I guess we'll go with this one. Okay, let's find some, I guess, Justin. And let me put a note here that we are back. All right, let's do it. Oh, let's actually level this out first so we don't go in shitty. How's this sound with this?
Watch us on YouTube. Watch us on Twitch.
Good.
Watch us on both.
All right, then we will.
We're on both.
I guess we even need to re-record those, right? Since we're on.
Because we're on Facebook. Yeah. We should probably be touting the website again now that we're actually writing about it, you know?
You know what I signed us up for yesterday? A TikTok. So we might be going live on TikTok at some point.
Can you go live on TikTok?
You can go live on TikTok, baby boo. Yeah, you can.
Really? For more than 30 seconds?
You can go live for, I think, as long as you want.
I feel like I should be on TikTok, but I just don't like it. Like, I don't like any, like, I don't know, man.
I feel that. I was that same way with like all the social medias, like Twitters and even your face. I moved from Facebook to, I was like, no, MySpace is where I want to be. And then I moved out. You know, it's just the way of the world.
Yeah, I know. It's just you're my only friend on TikTok, you know. So that makes
I'm not
hard
on it.
too.
I just like lurk it, you know.
Well, you're in it. You exist in its space, you know. But like all of my friends are either, no offense, Andy, because I know you're on Twitter. My older friends are on Twitter, and Andy's in Discord too. And my young, cool, hip friends like Andy are in Discord. So you know, either way.
Sure.
But yeah.
All right. Well, anyways, let's get back to it. Away we go.
Watch us on YouTube. Watch us on Twitch. Watch us on both.
But don't tell them we're on both.
Every Thursday night at 9:30 Eastern, 7:30 Mountain.
We're also on Facebook now. Hello and welcome back to Infendo Radio. This is going to be quite literally the shortest change of the system you've ever heard because, as you might have seen, there's only two of us. One of us retired 2 episodes ago, and the other one is still dealing with a blackout. I have enough memory on my computer, so, you know, everything's going just dandy. But, so we're going to talk about the games we've been playing, and Eugene's going to go first because I think he's going to talk more about Smash Bros., even though I told you we wouldn't do that. So, Eugene?
Yeah, I do want to talk a little bit about Smash Bros. Because I teased into what I was playing because my World of Light save got deleted. But hey, World of Light's pretty delightful, actually.
It's pretty delightful, you might say. Isn't that right, Eugene?
Yeah, it is. It's fun. Okay, it's no Subspace Emissary, and I don't know that Nintendo's ever going to do anything like that.
Okay, so my favorite single-player mode was Adventure Mode in Melee. I didn't like Subspace Emissary as much, personally. I thought it was cool. I thought the cutscenes were neat. I thought it dragged, and I really just liked Adventure Mode because it was like all these different, like, you know, Mario and we explore the dungeon and Zelda. But anyway, yeah, no.
I did like that, actually.
Enough about all my terrible opinions about every game that everybody likes sucks.
I liked that. I liked Subspace. After that, I feel like it took a, considerable dip. We already talked about that. Smash 4 is kind of like a...
It was weird. I liked... Okay, I guess we're just doing... who cares, man? We got a half an hour and no co-host, so let's just talk. The mode, I forget what it was even called, but the one with all the little collectibles and you level up and then you play like a mini game.
Yeah.
I liked that.
I forget what it's called.
I forget what it's called too, because it reminded me of the city mode from Kirby's Air Ride, because it basically was, right? You collect a bunch of power-ups, then you go in blind into another. Exactly, and I loved Kirby's Air Ride, and I loved that mode. So getting to do that in Smash Bros. For me was really cool, because like sometimes it would be like a race, and you would get all the speed stuff, or it'd be like a jumping contest.
Remember when I told you that I hated Kirby's Air Ride? Maybe I need to go back and play Kirby's Air Ride, because maybe I don't hate it as much as I thought I did.
Maybe you do.
No, you're right. It really was that, wasn't it? And that was a really cool mode. I always forget about that one. Yeah. Well, the only other thing I want to talk about Smash-wise is that I just don't know what to do about this online thing, because on one hand, it's really cool that, the online exists and everything, but it just has so many flaws that Nintendo has not just simply refused to address.
You talking Smash Bros. Online?
Yeah, on the Switch.
I have a dirty secret about Smash Bros. Online. I don't play Smash Bros. Online to fight people online. I play Smash Bros. Online to troll through all the crappy levels people have designed and find like cool.
Sure.
Okay, I found a recreation of the Game Boy Sarasa Land from Mario Land. I found TikTok Clock from Mario 64. I found Sonic stages. I found some really Ashante's house, now that her theme is in the game, if you buy that DLC. There's a lot of crappy courses, but if you find good people, and mind you, I'm doing all this in Japanese because I have my system set to Japanese.
Sure.
So it's like a nightmare trying to explore all the menu options. But I've subscribed to specific artists, stage creators or whatever, and they're pumping out new content. So every now and then I check my subscriber feed and I go through and I look at all the courses that they've released. It's like, these are cool stages. I'm adding these to my game. So maybe I need to go dig through the stage creator a little bit, because fair warning, you will find some porn.
Sure.
People like to draw naked Smash Bros ladies and hide them behind sheets, and then other people like to hide messages about how perverted you are for viewing the stages with the sheets that don't actually have naked. It's a it's a train wreck. There's memes, there's buff SpongeBob, buff Bidoof. You're gonna find everything on there, but if you filter through all the crap, you may just find a turd of gold.
Sure. Yeah, no, the online I wish was a little better. It's a step in the right direction, but I think Justin may have even said this. They took 3 giant steps forward, but then somehow they managed to stumble on their 3rd step and then fall back and tumble 4 steps back. It's they did a lot of things well, but some of the things that they did, even in Smash 4, the ability to allow you to switch out the rules in between matches, just doesn't exist in this. And that would that's something that you would think would be a very easy patch, right?
Yeah, I don't understand why that's not a thing. Because the few times we've played together, right? Justin likes to have items on. He likes to play, this or that. I like to play Final Destination, no items, maybe Final Smashes. And I like to do time over stock, because in time, everybody gets to play till the end, right? It's not like elimination, Yeah, it'd be nice to be able to swap those out.
And see, the only way I can get the Smash experience I want is if I basically do the ranked mode or whatever, right? Where it's just random matchmaking. Because
I was going to say sit down on a couch and play with real people, but yeah.
Well, that too.
Your way works too.
But even then, there's the drawbacks, because then you still have to go all the way out to the other menu to switch out the things, Yeah. But in the random matchmaking, at least I can just back out, choose a new character, choose my new settings, and then do it that way. And I'm not ruining 5 other people's day, right, that I'm trying to link up with, and then we have to all get a new code token. All right, let's go jump in this new room. It's just a nightmare, man.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
And it's local, so you might not have played it, because I don't know how much solo Smash you play or anything. But have you ever done Squad Strike?
Yeah, very little, but I've dabbled into it.
So there's 2 rules for Squad Strike. It's the one where, for those of you listening, where you can do 3v3 teams or 5v5 teams. You can do yourself versus the computer, so you play as all the characters. In the normal mode, it's you have a match, the match ends, then the character who wins fights the character who lost. You can set that up so it doesn't kick you out of the match. So you can actually basically 3 stock matches with 3 different characters on each team.
So essentially you have Mario, Luigi, Yoshi, and if you're Mario, can beat basic. Okay, I kind of like.
So you get Bowser down to 50 and he knocks out Mario. Then Luigi jumps in, and then you're fighting that same Bowser at 50 HP. And then you knock out the Bowser. Then
I didn't even know that was a thing. That sounds kind of fun.
It's fun. I really like that mode. I've been doing a lot of that where I build up a team. I'll do me as a team of 3. Then I'll do Ganondorf, Sephiroth, Kazuya, for a villain entourage. And I'll just be okay, here it goes. And you never know which order the computer's going to put the characters in too. So it's always really random. But yeah, no, it's fun. I like it.
All right. Well, that's your Smash hour, or half hour at least. I'm going to transition into the only other games that I've been playing. So this will be real short. Pokemon Snap still. So I'm at the point, I think I might have said this last time, but I'm at the point where I'm like, I don't want to play very much more because I know I can see the finish line, and I know when I actually finish the game, I'm not going to come back to it. So I'm going back to like all the previous levels and trying to get 3-star everything, and or I guess it's 4-star everything, but you know how you have to get
stars.
Oh yeah, so you can take 1-star. Okay, so it gets deep, man. So there's 4 different stars, or so I think 4 stars.
In the old, I'm sure they do this too, but in the old Pokemon Snap, it was just numbers. So it was like, you take the photo, goes, you did great, or
sure.
or whatever, and then he shows you, you got 600 points, or you got 200 points, or
So in how this one works is you still get graded with points, but also by 1 through 4 stars. So a 1-star picture might be like a Pikachu that's way far away, but you can have a really good 1-star Pikachu because it might have other characters in the frame or something like that. So you get graded on the 1-star photos that you take versus the 4-star photos you take, and each Pokemon you have to collect a 1-star photo, a 2-star photo, a 3-star. So that's what I'm doing.
Really? Oh my god!
So that's what I'm going back and doing, and just kind of making sure that I'm
want
showing
this game.
There's a lot to do. There is a lot to do. So that go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, do you still play 2, like every now and then, just like, I want to take a cool photo of a Wooper, and I don't care. Like, do you still have fun with it, or is it all about the score collecting at this point?
Okay, so yes, and the reason for it is that I may or may not have purchased one of those Fujifilm Pikachu thingies, so I can take pictures and print them out. And that's why, because
wow.
this game is
I wish
good.
we were local friends. We would have so much fun together on the weekends.
Right.
Man.
Yeah, so that's I've as I've filled the Pokédex, right, and I don't really need to worry about taking the perfect picture according to the game. I can just start taking cool pictures now,
Wow,
so yeah,
that's really cool.
I highly recommend this game. I will say that it's definitely not for everybody because you're taking pictures, it's not like a first-person shooter, although it is kind of like a first-person shooter. You're just taking pictures instead of killing Pokemon. But I digress. Yeah, man, Pokemon Snap, really good. I'm glad that it came out this year. It was a much-needed game for me because, it's just like something I just keep coming back to. Yeah.
I'm so tempted to look up the soundtrack just to listen to those sweet, relaxing tunes, but I want them to be fresh and exciting the first time I do, Yeah.
I would definitely recommend that. I have that on my son's playlist that he listens to when he goes to sleep.
That sleep playlist?
Yeah. So that's what he's cycling through these days.
So I want to tangent for a second because, again, 2-man show, we can do whatever we want.
Sure.
You know how you were talking about you're playing it less because you don't want to finish it kind of thing? Mm-hmm. I vividly remember the first game I did that with. Do you remember the first time that it's not just like it's a fresh memory for you? What game was it?
It was The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. I remember that I ended up collecting every single heart container, collected, which was a thing for me back in the day because for the longest time, I only had 3 bottles, but I found the 4th bottle. I did everything, and I remember just not wanting to go through that door or through that. It wasn't even a door, right? There's just like the hole in the pyramid on the top. I just didn't want to fall through and do it, because that would mean it was the end.
I had the exact same experience with Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. That was my first game. I remember driving home and thinking how can I stall this game out? Because I love this game so much and I don't want it to end. Yeah.
There's something special about a game when it can make you do that, right? When you love it so much, you just don't want to beat it. You know, I think Justin said that he had that with Breath of the Wild when he first played it. Yeah, it's just.
Oh, and Red Dead Redemption. Justin does that with like every game he
plays.
Okay.
That's true. That's true. But yeah, no, that's been my time with Pokemon Snap. The other game, you know what? Actually, I guess I have kind of sit back, friend. I have a few other games to talk about because I'm just starting to remember what I've been playing. Let's start with the boring. Let's start with Pokemon Snap Pokemon.
You mean Pokemon Go?
Go, rather, yeah. Because I don't know if you played this weekend, but there was an event, so I guess we can kind of talk about this.
I got my shiny Emboar. Also, I caught a shiny Weedle, which is so much less exciting after last year when they did all the shinies. So now
sure,
I have a shiny Weedle. But yeah, no, I got my shiny Emboar, which I'm really excited for because one of my first competitive Pokemon was an Emboar, and I've always really liked the way the shiny one looked. But like, he's not even in Sword and Shield, so like I didn't want to work on that as a project, but I really wanted one, so I'm really excited.
Yeah, so yeah, we caught a bunch of them. Heather does a lot of my Pokemoning some of the time.
She was okay, so I text your wife sometimes. We hang out, we chill, we chat. And she was telling me her shiny luck had actually gone down before the Emboar event. Like she wasn't getting like anything.
Yep.
So.
She was, hers has been down and mine had been up. So I was a little bit, I was gloating a little bit. I was like, oh, hey, check out my shiny. But no, she got more than I did on this event for sure. But I got as many as I needed. I didn't need any more than like 5.
I got like 4 and I was happy. Like I didn't really. It was my first weekend back. I just moved. And it was my first weekend back, so I was just kind of like out helping Dad like fix up the roof, and I pull open Pokemon Go while I'm like holding the ladder, and it's
right.
Like, it's all good one way or another.
Sure.
But I'm really excited. Like I'm really looking forward to this little bit. What I really want, there are 2 goals. I have 2 dreams. I want to see a shiny Corsola because that Pokemon is useless but adorable, and I want one. And I really want a Meloetta. I don't care how she exists. I just want an event where I can get a Meloetta. Never had a Meloetta. I've always dreamed of making a music-themed team, and I want that Meloetta. So, like, that's the thing.
Yeah, Pokemon Go is still so good, man. There'll be, I'll drop off for a week or two. Heather, no, she's in it all the time. So, I think that's why I'm always in it too. Yeah. But like, so, there will be a couple of weeks of lull or whatever for me between events, but like, they'll always bring me back in, like they'll always bring me back in.
So here's the real question. How many shiny Bidoof did you catch?
None! And I was so sad. Heather said
one.
that. Heather told me not to tell you this, but she was mad at you for getting that shiny Bidoof.
For getting the Bidoof? Yeah. Well, yeah, that was actually when she told me she was in her drought. I was like, hey, I got a Bidoof.
Yeah, no, because she even did all of the tasks and everything. I missed it. Because again, I was kind of.
I didn't even remember it was a thing, but
I think I got to like 3 or 4, but by the time I was wanting to play it again, there wasn't any Bidoofs around, so I was out of luck, So, unless you want to talk more about Pokemon Go, the one last game that I've been playing is not a game on my Nintendo Switch, not a game actually on a console. It's on my PC, on my new laptop to be precise, because my laptop can actually play some games. Probably not like yours could, because it's it's just like a little 2-in-1.
We were talking about this pre-show, you know how it goes.
Yeah, my laptop's a little 2-in-1 that I can flip back and like kind of use like a tablet. So I was like, okay, well, what games could I play like in tablet mode? There's got to be something that I can play like this. And so there was this new game that came out. It's called Griftlands. It's
I saw you playing the demo of that. Discord told me you were playing it.
Yep. Yeah, it's a deck building roguelike is what Steam says that it is. It's a really, really fun, actually. It's really good. So I guess how it works is the thing that gets me on this game, and which is gonna probably get me to buy it past the demo, is that the dialogue's really good. It's really funny too. So the battle system is all card based, and there's 2 phases of battle. So you can have a traditional battle with like, knives and swords, and pull a card for stabbing, or like pull a card that does cool. Like to like throw somebody that does like 5 hit points or whatever, stuff like that. But the real unique thing about this game is the other phase of the battle, because how the crux of this game is you are just wandering through this deserted wasteland, and you're trying to do various tasks, talking to people, but as you're talking to them, that actually turns into a card battle as well. So nice. You can either try and intimidate them, or negotiate with them depending on the different cards that you have in your deck, and try and get them to do what you want. So one example that I found early on was that there was this guy who couldn't pay his bill. So I had to go to the loan shark, and I had to negotiate with him to give him more time to to pay his bill, as it were. Really or cool. I could have just straight up killed the loan shark. I don't know what would have happened then, but
And it's a roguelite, so every time you play, it's going to be different, right?
Right.
Like you're going to have different experiences, and that's cool. See, that really appeals to me.
So no, I'm really liking this game a lot. The only thing that could make it better is if it was on the Switch. But again, as I said, I got this new laptop that it basically is like a tablet. So like it's almost like I have a Switch. It's really
that's really cool.
Yeah, I'm really, really enjoying this game. Like I said, I'm probably going to end up buying it. It's called Griftlands. It's just really cool. The thing that... I'm going to stop gushing over this here in just 1 second. The thing that really was like, that's really cool. Like there was this effects that happened where... I can't even remember what it was, but there was a bleed effect. So I was in a fight, and a dog or something like bit me, right? So then I had to place 3 cards in my deck that were bleed, and I was like, that's weird. Why would I be getting cards? Well, it turns out that like the card said that if you after your turn, if you discard this card, deal like 2 damage to yourself. It's like, oh, that's a really cool way to like implement that, so
cool.
Yeah, so
very interesting.
The developers here did a really good job. The animations are really well done. It's got a very cartoony art style. It looks like a comic book.
Yeah,
I like it a lot. Griftlands. That's all I'll say about that. So
I'm looking it up on Steam right now, actually, as as you're talking about it. So that's very
sure.
cool.
If anything, try the demo. I'm pretty sure it can run on like anything if you have a computer, So yeah, the demo is really good. But yeah, Lucas, what have you been playing? Because I've been talking for long enough.
I've been playing 2 very interesting games I want to talk about, actually. Like I said, I played a lot of Smash Bros, but this is, I guess, self-congratulatory or whatever. I've been trying to get back into uploading my YouTube content on a consistent weekly schedule. Mm-hmm. So like I said, I started last week, or today actually, with Fight Crab. I've got 2 more videos planned that I dug up from my Switch that I wanted to play and do like video content on. The first one, which, I was kind of hoping to just surprise him and just release the video and not even let him see it, but I'll go ahead and say it on the show. I know he listens. Fez, which is a game that Steve actually bought for me like 2.5 months ago that I never played. And I didn't play it out of like particularly like disinterest or anything. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It just, it never came about. It never became a thing that I tried. But yeah, no, Steve already kind of talked about the game, so I won't go into too much detail, but I didn't really understand it when like he had the video going as his background and stuff, and he was telling us about it.
Sure.
You've played Super Paper Mario, right? Mm-hmm. And you know how you flip the world from like 2D to 3D, like you flip it sideways kind of thing. Mm-hmm. That's how, and maybe you understood all this when he told you.
Oh, I played Fez actually. I played it on the 360.
So cool, isn't it?
Yeah,
so
cool.
For those of you listening, I guess, you flip the world, and so the world is basically a cube. You're looking at one side of it, and you flip it, and you view like things from different angles, but your position in the world doesn't change, and you use the perspective.
Right.
it's not really, it's so hard to explain. You don't really use like the actual 3D positioning of objects. It's a 2D world. So you might have two platforms that are in totally opposite spots. But when you flip them, they get really close, and then you can hop on the platforms to climb up. Or like the vines will be spread out, but if you flip it, the vines are all lengthwise on the wall, and you can climb up the wall. Such a cool game.
It's just a really cool concept, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's and I don't know how far you've gotten, but like it really plays with your because the game has a language, right? You have to figure out like, okay,
the game has numbers. The game has a language. And that's kind of where my wall has hit, because there's a whole like kind of Metroid level of like, you know, let's go and explore, like find all the secrets and figure out how to translate this language and how to, and that's kind of what I've just been playing it as a very simple platformer where you go from like thing to thing, but there's all this other stuff that's buried in that I just don't know if I'm going to get that far, you know?
Yeah.
I've gotten like 20 cubes and I'm like, okay, this feels good.
Right. Yeah, exactly. No, yeah, it's got you know, every game has its own mechanics that you have to learn as well, right? So like you learn that when you know X interacts with Y, that this happens, you know, that type of thing. So yeah, it's got all of that going on and more, man. I really enjoyed Fez. I will say I never beat it though, because it just kind of overwhelmed me.
Well, it insists upon your time, right?
Yes.
You sit down and play it, and it's like you have to figure this out, unless you just want to use a guide, and then there's no fun because then you're not really exploring anything, you know? Yeah, it definitely demands your time, and navigating the world is very difficult. Like there are warp nodes, and there's a little in-game map that is ridiculously hard to read.
Right.
And just trying to find the right door to go to the right place because you missed one thing in one area. It's a lot.
You're validating my playthrough of this game, because a lot of the things you're saying, I was like, oh yeah, I do remember the map was kind of hard to read and navigate. Yeah, it's like
it's the kind of game that when you have no other games to play, it's a gift, right? Because it's like, oh, I can just sit and immerse myself in this. But when you're not in that position, which I find more and more these days we're not, it's like, okay, I'll pop in for an hour and see if I can just stumble upon any cubes, you know? But like,
sure.
Yeah. But no, very cool game. Really, really cool game. And like I said, I'm going to be talking much more about it on my own stuff. Other game that I'm going to be talking much more about on my own stuff that I've owned for like a year, never really gotten into. I played it one time. I found it confusing. I don't know why I found it confusing. Override Mech City Brawl. Have you heard of this one?
I can't say that it's ringing any bells right now, no.
So once again, I'm going to do the thing I hate that reviewers do, and I'm going to compare it to another game. You ever played Godzilla Destroy All Monsters?
Okay, now you're speaking my language on the GameCube, yep.
It's basically that. You get to control these little robots. Well, big robots. You're like the size of skyscrapers. And you get to fight other robots and knock them into buildings and break buildings and stuff.
Okay.
The four shoulder buttons are like punch, punch, kick, kick. So you do all that. You have special attacks. The mechs are all like obviously inspired by like there's one that looks like a combination of like Megazord and Godzilla, and even pulls out like a little Power Ranger sword and does a slash attack. Okay. There's like straight up like Gundam looking ones. There's like a Japanese one with like a little dress and a peace sign and the pigtails, and it's very obviously inspired by
fun.
All of the mech stuff from the 80s.
Sure.
But no, it's a really fun game. It's a simple game, but it's a really fun fighting game. And it has a mode, and I know Corey watches this show, so Corey, listen to me. It has a mode where you can co-pilot the mech players. And I want us to play this game, and I want us each to control part of the robot, and I want us to have a horrible time. I'm playing it on Switch, which is the only console to play it on.
Have you tried out how that would work? Like, does each person take a Joy-Con, or like?
So I just got a Discord ping. So basically you each have your own Joy-Cons, And it depends on how many players there are, right? So like in some cases, when you're doing like 4 players, it's straight up like Voltron. Like I've got the right arm, I've got the right leg, that kind of thing.
Right.
In 2-player mode, I think you take like a top and a bottom. So like one player like moves and does like kicks and special attacks, and the other player does like punches and the ultimate attack and like, aims, that kind of stuff. So it's bizarre, but it's such an interesting game. It's very simplistic, like I said, but if you just want to have fun, it's so much fun. And there's a sequel that came out last year.
Nice.
So I really I want to get my fill of this one, and then I really want to move on to the sequel, because I don't know, there's something fun about just piloting a giant robot and smashing into other people with their giant robots. It's just, I don't know, it speaks to me on a personal level.
Sure.
And that is kind of all I've been playing, really. Like I said, a lot of the usuals, a lot of Smash Bros and stuff. I'm jonesing really hard for Pokemon Snap, and I'm honestly jonesing even harder for Mario Golf. I want Mario Golf.
Mario Golf is the one that I've got I'm looking side eye at, definitely. But at the same time, Skyward Sword is right around the corner, so I know I'm going to be, digging into that one. So I don't know.
So Skyward Sword is like my favorite Zelda. One of my 3 favorite Zeldas on any given day, but like I really like it. I don't think I'm going to be getting it at launch. And
that's okay. You probably, if you really wanted to play it, you can boot it up on your, on the Wii or whatever.
Get me. Yeah. Like I feel like that's a thing today, right? That if you don't buy a game at launch, you're like indicating that you don't like, you don't love the game as much as somebody else. But like sometimes you just don't need, especially with like games that have already come out, you just don't need to get it on day one. You know, like
totally.
Yeah,
that's kind of where I'm at. I mean, it's not the same situation, but that's where I'm at with this Mario Golf game. I know that when I get it, I'm gonna enjoy my time with it, but I don't need it right now.
Exactly.
I there's just not enough hours in the day anymore. Maybe when I was 16 going into my early 20s, I could play 8 hours of video games a night, but I just don't have that time anymore, so like I have to be selective.
Supposed to grow out of that? Is that a thing we're not supposed to do?
Well, I mean, even you probably don't have enough time to play all the games that are out. There's just too much content. It's just
don't check.
Too much.
Just don't check my profile. Don't look at my
I've seen your play logs. I've seen your play logs, but there's plenty of 400-hour games out there that I'm sure that you just nobody can see it all.
Fair. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I mean, and if nothing else, hopefully it'll make for an exciting birthday, assuming I get them. So that'll be fun. But
right.
Yeah. All right. Well, with that, I guess we're going to have the most casual ending to a show ever and say thank you guys for watching. We will be back next week for episode 603. We'll hopefully have Justin with us, but we'll see which way the wind blows.
Literally, yeah, because I think that's why his power's out.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Bye-bye!
Adios! And we did it. All right, well, there was a good number of people lurking on our various streams. At one point we had 10 consecutive.
Number? Oh, that feels good. I was gonna say, does a good number mean like 3?
No, it was about 10. There was only two people chatting. Andy threw us a message, and a Dan Nintendo Explorer did. So, cool. Thank you for anybody who's still watching us. But